Hey, you guys, what's up? Welcome back to What's the 504. I am your host, Christy B. If you are new to my channel, welcome to my channel. And if you are returning, welcome back, you guys. So I know it's been a minute since I've uploaded a video, but I wanted to discuss Saniyya Dennis. She's a missing college student. She was attending Buffalo State College, and she's been missing for at least a few weeks. Okay. She was reported missing on April 24th. As of April 24th, I guess you could say is the last time that she was seen. And the DA is now suspecting that she probably, this is probable but not confirmed, but probably has taken her own life. So based on some information that they gathered, apparently Saniyya had gotten into a disagreement with her boyfriend at the time, and they were, having an argument. And apparently the boyfriend broke off their relationship, and this upset her. So she, called him. They said she called him like 59 times within an hour. She was calling back to back, and I guess he wasn't answering the phone. And at some point, they began texting, and she asked him to respond because she wasn't doing well, and she was just upset at the whole breakup. And they said at some point she did talk to another male friend who did talk to her for quite some time, for like 3 or 4 hours. But apparently, even with that conversation, it is suspected that she still took her life. In the end, they have not located her, but based off of the search that they've done, based off of the dogs and where the dogs picked up her scent, it is suspected that she did take her own life, you guys. And this is just so heartbreaking because it's like, as a parent, you have your kids and their babies, and they're like the joy of your life. And then when they become adults, and they graduate from high school and stuff, it's like you have no control at all over the decisions that they make. And it's very hard too if they're not in the same state with their family. So a lot of kids, of course, they go off away to college, and it's really hard to know what's going on with them because you don't see them every day. You don't have, and a lot of times it's easier to fake being okay if you're on the phone. But if you're around family on a regular basis, they can tell the difference. If you're like, yeah, I'm doing okay, whatever. If they're around you often, they can tell when something's wrong. In most cases, I'm not going to say all cases, but in most cases, if you're around family most of the time, they can usually read if there's something else going on, if you're close with those family members. So I can only imagine what her parents are going through and the rest of her family and friends are going through at this time. Just not having those answers and what's being assumed here. I can't even imagine that. And I'm definitely going to pray for the family. That is so heartbreaking. She's just, she's in college. She's on her way to, make a great life for herself. And then, an emotional state may have made the decision to take her own life. And this is just so sad, you guys. And I know with relationships, it's really hard. Because when you're in a relationship, there's so many emotions going on. And a lot of times, you can feel so hurt or so betrayed by your boyfriend or girlfriend, and feel like it's the end of the world. And especially it depends on what the heartbreak, what caused the heartbreak. We don't really know the details of the argument or why they were arguing. We don't have that information. But yeah, this is what the it's just heartbreaking. If I can give any advice to anybody that's going through a relationship or a breakup, it's just to take it one day at a time. I believe everybody at some point in their life has probably experienced heartbreak on some level, be it through a regular relationship with a mate, or be it through even a friend or a close friend. It's a part of life, unfortunately. It's a part of life, unfortunately, and all that I can say is you will get through it. In that moment, it seems like, it's the end of the world. The emotions are everywhere, and, you know, it can feel like it's the end of the world, and there's just no hope. You know what I mean? But you get through it, you take it one day at a time, and things get better. And they get better, and eventually you realize that, life goes on, and, you'll meet somebody That's great. And it's a part of life, unfortunately. We all experience it at some point. I would like to believe that we all experience it at some point. So I'm going to go ahead and read a little bit here from the article. This is according to Yahoo News, and then I will play a news clip where the DA is actually speaking on the matter. So it says Saniyya Dennis, the New York college student who disappeared last month, died by apparent suicide, officials said Thursday. So this is as of Thursday, May the 6th. So it appears that this poor girl took her own life. Erie County District Attorney John Flynn told reporters during a morning news conference. While authorities have not located the 19-year-old's body, they were able to reach the conclusion based on the timeline of her last hours. Flynn said, on the afternoon of April 24th, Dennis got into an argument with her boyfriend in New York City over the phone. After trying to contact him 59 times to no avail, she called another male friend in New York City and talked about killing herself, the DA said. The two remained on the phone for several hours before she later told the male friend she had reconsidered. About 11 p.m. Eastern Standard, Dennis was seen leaving her dorm room at State University of New York College at Buffalo. Shortly after, Flynn said she was captured on campus surveillance video leaving her dorm. Dennis walked toward a garbage can on campus and threw away personal items that would lead someone to believe that she was not returning to the dorm, he said. It was unclear what the personal items were. According to the DA, video from the Niagara Frontier Transportation Authority showed she rode two different buses going toward Niagara Falls. She was by herself. Dennis was last seen in New York State Park Police cameras shortly after midnight walking toward Goat Island, where her phone last pinged. Flynn said around 12:18 a.m., the male friend warned in a text that he would call police if she did not call him in 30 seconds. Oh, wow. The male friend called Dennis, who picked up and said she was going to jump off a bridge, according to the DA. After talking for about an hour, Dennis later told him she was on the bus returning home, which, according to phone records, the DA said was not true. Wow. Investigators said her cell phone left the network about 1:20 a.m. April 25th, which means it was either destroyed or powered off. Oh, man. That's messed up. The male friend and Dennis' boyfriend did not immediately report her suspected disappearance, according to the DA. Her family members reported her missing to Buffalo State Police on April 26, which prompted a widespread investigation. Multiple law enforcement agencies and numerous volunteers were involved in the search for Dennis following her disappearance. Dogs were trained to pick up her scent. They stopped picking up the scent near Goat Island. I feel awful for the parents, he said. As a father of 5, this is difficult. He added authorities may never find her body because of the rocks below the area where her scent was last picked up. There is a possibility that if we believe what happened, we may never find her body. That's a possibility. Dennis' parents were notified of the investigation's finding Wednesday afternoon. Efforts to reach Dennis' family at phone numbers listed for them were unsuccessful Thursday. Oh, wow. During a news conference on Friday, Dennis' family members said it was uncharacteristic for her to just suddenly disappear. My daughter is a black honor roll student at the college and has no tendency of doing nothing. Calvin Bird, Dennis' father, said, we're all baffled as to what's going on. Kiora Dennis' sister, said this was not of her nature. Saniyya worked 2 jobs. She was a mechanical engineer major. She was very focused on her studies, she said. She was a good friend, a good person. She has a good heart. Despite the evidence, the DA said the search for Dennis will continue. If you or someone you know is at risk of suicide, please contact the U.S. National Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 800-273-8255. There's also a text. You can text the number at text 741-741. Okay, you guys. This is so sad. This is so sad. Like, I really hope that they're able to get the answers that they need to really resolve this 100%. Parents are saying this is out of character for her. They're saying that this is out of character for her. So, and then, like I said, I know it's hard, if you don't live, if your child goes off to college or whatever, they move to another state, it's very hard to be able to track really 100% what's going on with your child. It's really sad, you guys. But I'm going to go ahead and play a news clip here for you.
We start with the heartbreaking developments tonight in the search for Saniyya Dennis. The 19-year-old Buffalo State College student has been missing now for nearly 2 weeks. And new today, the Erie County District Attorney, who had just joined the investigation, now says there's evidence to suggest Dennis likely died by suicide. Tonight, we will be hearing from the experts on mental health and exploring the help available. But first, the new information on this case. And we want to warn you, the details of this new evidence can be triggering for some people. 7 Eyewitness News reporter Olivia Proya is live tonight at Buffalo State College. Olivia?
Ashley, Erie County District Attorney John Flynn says phone conversations and text messages have led investigators to believe that 19-year-old Saniyya Dennis has taken her own life shortly after leaving her dorm room on Buffalo State campus. District Attorney John Flynn says Saturday around noon, 19-year-old Saniyya Dennis and her New York City boyfriend got into an argument. At the end of the conversation, he broke up with Saniyya. Flynn says Saniyya next spoke with a male friend in the New York City area about the breakup. Then Flynn says shortly after 1 o'clock, Saniyya called her now ex-boyfriend 59 times over the span of an hour.
He does not respond to any of the phone calls. Does not pick up at all. At some point, they start texting, though. He tells her to stop calling or he will block her phone.
Flynn says she sent texts to her ex-boyfriend saying, "I'm not feeling good. Please pick up. I think I'm going to kill myself. Then, I'm so done with my own life. I've had enough." No response. Flynn says over the next few hours, she continues to talk to her male friend in the New York City area.
She confides in this friend that she's planning on killing herself. She states to him, and we know this to be true, that she was recently had some mental health issues.
Flynn says the male friend had reached out to NYPD, but then told NYPD he thought Saniyya had reconsidered. Shortly after, Saniyya and this male friend talked on the phone for 4 hours until 10:07 p.m. At 11:02, Saniyya is seen getting on an elevator in her dorm room on Buffalo State's campus. At 11:04 p.m., she is seen outside of her dorm.
She throws away personal items that would lead someone to believe that she was not returning to the dorm.
Flynn says over the next hour, Saniyya is observed traveling to Niagara Falls alone via bus on NFTA cameras, getting off at First and Rainbow at 12:07 a.m. At 12:10 a.m., Flynn says she texted her mother saying, "I'm sorry I missed your call. I love you. I'll call you tomorrow." And at 12:15, she texts her male friend.
She says, "I'm really glad we talked today. I'll forever treasure it, but I'm sorry I lied. I will not be joining you this summer, at least physically. Thank you for making my day special."
Flynn says she is then picked up by Park State Police cameras walking towards Goat Island.
That is the last time that she is seen that video.
Flynn says she speaks with her male friend again, in which she says she will take a bus home. She then posts a Snapchat story of the falls and texts her male friend that she is on a bus going home. At 1:23 a.m., Flynn says he responds saying okay and is relieved.
At that point, 1:23 a.m., her cell phone leaves the cellular network.
Flynn says neither Saniyya's ex-boyfriend or male friend reported any of this information until the DA's office contacted them over the weekend. Flynn says law enforcement and search parties have been searching for Saniyya for days, using helicopters, drones, and dogs.
They took the dogs over the railing, along with these guys. They went over the railing. Here, walking down this little area right here. That's how concerned this community is about this girl. Walking right here, and the dogs stop right there.
Flynn says law enforcement will continue to search for Saniyya.
We may never find about it. That's a possibility.
District Attorney Flynn says he spoke with Saniyya's family last night and acknowledges that they may never find a body, although he says investigators will continue to search. Live in Buffalo, Olivia Proya, 7 Eyewitness News.
Yep, guys, this is a really, really, really hard story. Oh my God. All I can say is my condolences to her family and friends, and I pray, pray, pray that they find her, regardless of the outcome, because I'm sure her family and her friends would like to have closure. The idea of just never really knowing is just, I can only imagine that feeling of just never knowing, right? So I really hope that they were able to locate her and confirm regardless. I do have to wonder, though, why the boyfriend and the friend that talked to her for all those hours hadn't come forward with any information. Like, she's been reported missing since April 26th. And so, based off of what the news clip said, that they contacted, well, then again, let me think about that. April 26th, this report was as of May the 6th. Well, I guess it's about, I don't know. I'm just thinking if she was reported missing on the 26th. So, this news clip was literally from May the 4th. So the police contacted them over the weekend. So I guess that would put that somewhere around the 30th, right? When was the first? Was on like a Saturday, I believe it was. I just would think that once she was reported missing and there was, news coverage, that they themselves would have maybe contacted the police department. But I don't know, you guys. But at least they do have that information. They were able to put together a timeline of events, you guys. So just please keep this family in your prayers. Again, I did leave the information for the National Suicide Hotline. If you are having any of those thoughts, just please know that things can and will get better. You can make it through. And yeah, God's got your back. So strong, guys. Thank you so much for watching. And if you have not done so far, please go ahead and hit the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And place your comments below, you guys. Let me know what you think or how you feel about the situation. And I will see you guys in the next video. Okay, you guys? Smooches.